A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development in U.S. Venezuelan relations, the Trump administration is preparing to seize a second aircraft owned by Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro's government. This announcement is expected to take place during Secretary of State Marco Rubio's visit to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, marking the conclusion of his five-nation tour across Central America. According to sources familiar with the situation, the seizure involves a Dassault Falcon 200, a private jet that has been utilized by Maduro and his senior officials, including the vice president and defense minister, for international travel to countries such as Greece, Turkey, Russia, and Cuba. These travels have reportedly been deemed violations of U.S. sanctions against the Maduro regime. The logistics of the seizure required the approval of a foreign aid freeze waiver, which Rubio signed off on to cover over $230,000 in storage and maintenance fees associated with the aircraft. This waiver was submitted last week and has since received the necessary clearance from the Department of Justice. The State Department has characterized the upcoming announcement as a law enforcement engagement, although specific details remain closely guarded. This move follows a recent visit by Richard Grenell, President Trump's envoy for special missions, who traveled to Caracas to engage in discussions with Maduro regarding the repatriation of Venezuelan nationals who had illegally entered the United States. Grenell's trip concluded with the successful return of 6 Americans who had been detained in Venezuela. The impending seizure of the Falcon 200 is not the first instance of U.S. action against Maduro's assets. In September 2024, another aircraft linked to the Venezuelan leader, a Dassault Falcon 900EX valued at $13 million, was seized from the Dominican Republic. The Justice Department indicated that associates of Maduro had used a Caribbean-based shell company to obscure their involvement in the purchase of that plane, which was acquired from a Florida-based company. The ongoing actions by the U.S. government reflect a broader strategy to apply pressure on the Maduro administration, which has faced increasing scrutiny and sanctions from the international community due to its controversial governance and human rights violations. As the situation unfolds, it remains to be seen how these latest developments will further impact U.S.-Venezuela relations and the political landscape in the region. As Secretary Rubio prepares to make the announcement, there is palpable anticipation regarding the implications of this seizure and the message it sends regarding U.S. foreign policy towards authoritarian regimes. The Trump administration's commitment to enforcing sanctions and holding accountable those involved in corrupt practices continues to be a focal point of its international agenda. With tensions high and the political climate in Venezuela remaining volatile, the world watches closely as the U.S. takes decisive actions against Maduro's regime. This latest seizure not only underscores the ongoing conflict between the two nations, but also highlights the lengths to which the U.S. will go to counteract what it perceives as threats to democracy and human rights in Latin America. As we await further details from Secretary Rubio's announcement, one thing is clear. The U.S. government's stance against Nicolás Maduro remains firm, and the implications of these actions will undoubtedly reverberate throughout the region and beyond. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.